This is Towers News with your hosts, John Jenkins and Patricia Newton.
Good morning, campers. I'm John Jenkins.
And I'm Patricia Newton.
And welcome to the Towers Daily News. We are going to use this newscast this week to give you the latest and the greatest news going around the Pine Cove Towers.
Campers, be seated. I want you to know that no posse has ever taken over this camp. We have taken it back by making them fall for our tricks. Now, all you've heard about us not taking back this camp, about campers not winning, is a bunch of baloney. We always take back our camp because campers always win. All of us campers love to take back our camp. Now, I know some of you are worried about whether or not you'll blow your cover. Don't worry about it. I know you'll do your duty. The posse are the enemy. Do not fear them. Give them your best story. Play with their minds. When you find yourself out in the middle of a bunch of posse without a moment to spare, you'll know what to do. Now there's one more thing I want you to remember. I don't want to get any messages back saying we're holding our position. We aren't holding anything. Let the posse do that. We are advancing constantly. The only thing we're interested in holding is our camp. We'll hold it tightly and we'll kick the posse out. We'll kick them out faster than a camper going down the hydroplane. Now, there's one thing you'll be able to say after you get back to the rock. You may thank God for it. 30 years from now, when you're sitting around your fireside, your grandchildren on your knees, and they ask, "What did you do in the summer of 2013? You won't have to say, "Well, I got my camp taken away by the posse." Alright, you campers know how I feel. And I'll be proud to lead you in a battle anytime, anywhere. And that's it.
And now on to today's segment of the Bible story. So listen up, sit back, and enjoy the show.
Joseph's Pitiful Day. This is a tale about a man named Joseph. He lived a very long time ago in a place very far from here. He was the 11th of 12 sons of a man named Jacob. Joseph was Jacob's favorite son, and he loved him so much that he made him a very fancy coat of many colors. As you can imagine, his brothers were jealous and weren't too fond of Joseph. One night, Joseph had two dreams while he was sleeping. In the first dream, Joseph and his brothers were working together in a field, bundling hay. Joseph's pile of hay stood upright in the middle of the field, and the piles of his brothers fell and bowed before his. In the second dream, the sun, the moon, and the stars all bowed down to Joseph. When Joseph told his brothers about the dreams, they were upset. They said, "Do you think you are going to rule and reign over us? Do we need to bow down to you now?" The next day, Jacob sent Joseph to watch after the sheep with his brothers. When his brothers saw him from far off, they decided to come up with a plan to get rid of Joseph because they were tired of him being their father's favorite son. When Joseph finally got to his brothers, they ripped off a special multicolored robe, threw him into a pit, and ended up selling him as a slave to a caravan of Ishmaelites for 20 shekels of silver. So there sat Joseph, all alone, sold as a slave, and being taken away from his family, wondering why his brothers would do this to him, not knowing where the cart would stop or what he would do when he got there. But this he did know. For some reason, God did not let him die in the bottom of that pit. But why?
This has been Towers News.